All right. Welcome back to Blue by 90. I'm Justin, joined by Jack and Kaylin as always. And we've got a special guest on with us today. This might be our first non-sports related person guest that we've had. I'm trying to think back. We haven't really had too many non-sports guys, even though you're probably a pretty big sports fan, I know, being in Indy a lot. But Clayton Anderson, we appreciate you coming on, man. Country artist from Nashville. Coming up on Saturday for the Michigan State game to play at our tailgate. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. Just getting ready to go. Want to get in that Big Ten spirit. Let's go. I've been stuck down here in Nashville all week, chirping about hearing all this SEC talk. I'm like, come on, now. Like, I'm over it. All right, I'm over it. Big Ten's coming. Let's go.
Are you a Vols fan or no? Not a Vols fan.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I went to Indiana University, which you guys are always welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, you got to have a backup team then, because we're all Lions fans. My backup team's the Bills.
Yeah, that's not bad. No, the Vols, man. We played them in the Gator Bowl a few years ago when we actually had a decent season, and I've never wanted to punch a guy in the face so bad in my entire life since like junior high, but. They were like chirping like crazy. I'm like, I know y'all sleep with your sister, so whatever. Like, get out of here. It's cool. No, it was awful. But no, they rib on me so much. Even I'm a huge Colts fan, and we just lost to the Titans the other day. It's brutal taking it down here.
So is that how you know Tracy? Then it's from Indy.
Yeah, we I met Tracy Smith when he was head coach at Indiana University, and we were at some charity event, like ringing bells, and they were auctioning off this IU baseball jersey. Like, oh, that'd be cool to have. I wish I could. And then we ended up just hitting it off, and he's like my big brother or something. You know, he's like the coolest dude in the world. Have loved seeing his progression, and I'm super jealous as an Indiana Hoosier that he's about ready to. Honestly, I really truly think you guys will be winning the College World Series. He's absolutely incredible, and what he was able to do with Kyle Schwarber and a couple of the guys he had out in Arizona State, man. He had a World Series team out there during COVID, so that was like so messed up. But he's a great dude and a hell of a baseball coach.
I love it. Yeah. So for all the listeners out there, that's kind of the connection was, we've gotten to know Tracy Smith as he's come to Ann Arbor as the head baseball coach. And he's shot me a text and hooked me up with Clayton here. And I'm so thankful for it because we're about to have a blast on Saturday, man. I mean, I know you're coming up to Big Ten country. And this Michigan football team is rolling right now. It's probably 2 weekends ago we had Penn State, which was a huge game, top 10 game, ended up rolling them, which was unbelievable. But this one means a little bit more, the in-state rivalry. So, for a night game and everything, I think these fans are going to get up and have some fun on Saturday.
I'm looking forward to it, man. I watched that Penn State game. I was looking up, and the next thing I know, I looked up, you're up like 2 scores in like a heartbeat. I'm like, wow, watch out. So, yeah, it's I've been to a couple Michigan football games, and my buddy Elliot Mueller, big shout out to former center who played back in the day. Man, I watched him play a couple of times, and just such a cool environment. And I always loved Lloyd Carr. I don't know what your fans are going to say, but
Lloyd's a god.
I just hated to see him go as a fan because, Indiana always sucked. So it's like we had I'm a Big Ten guy through and through, going to cheer for it all the way.
Well, Michigan was your backup.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the helmets, everything. I remember always being a kid watching. You guys were always in a huge bowl game, and it was just really cool, really cool. And I love the tradition. Big sucker for tradition.
There you go. Well, you've come to the right place then. Yeah. That's for sure. That's what I think Michigan prides itself on. That's for sure. So, we definitely have the, I'd say this is the biggest tailgate of the year. So we've got Soaring Eagle Casino coming in the Michigan Sports Network. coming in to sponsor everything. We've got free beer tickets. We're giving it out. We got free food from Slow's Barbecue coming out. A live band and Clayton Anderson on the microphone. So it's going to be a hell of a day. We're starting at, I think 3:00 is when we're opening up. So we're going to get things rolling then. And all right, I want you to give it to the people. What can they expect? Because I think, there probably are some people that are like country music, blah, blah, blah. But I'm a big country fan, but I talked to Tracy Smith and he told me that whether you like country or not, they're going to like you.
That's honestly, that's the biggest compliment I can get. I love when people are like, man, I don't really like country music, but I love your music. I think, being from Southern Indiana, I come from that John Cougar Mellencamp. Obviously that Bob Seger, Kid Rock. I got some rock and roll into me in my bones. It's just fun. We were more Midwestern rock and roll, and obviously that's country today. So I mean, who knows what'll happen on Saturday? Heck, we might even play Eminem. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, we just came out with a record called Made in USA that we're super, super excited about. The video for this song called Let Me Go has been blowing up on YouTube for us here in the last week. So
Let Me Go, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a cool song about being ghosted. It don't matter if you're ghosted by a girl or your best friend, your players, whatever. If you ever been dropped and there's like, man,
awesome.
wish they would have let me know before they let me go. But
okay,
yeah,
I like
the video's sick.
Awesome.
There's I randomly met this girl at Lake of the Ozarks. We were auditioning the whole drive out to Lake of the Ozarks, and we're auditioning these girls, and they just weren't that impressive. And I met this bartender at our show, and I told the guys in the band, I'm like, the girl last night, the girl bartender was better than these girls that we're looking at. And sure enough, she ended up following me on Instagram just like 2 seconds after that. I was like, holy shit, she's a Dallas Cowgirls cheerleader. So wow. we ended up getting.
I hate when that happens,
Yeah, it's tough. But all your male fans and listeners out there can go check out Holly Powell. She crushed the video for us, and it was a blast. It was awesome to do. And so, but we're gonna play my stuff, but we're gonna have fun and play some cover songs. Have a good time too.
I can already tell that you're just a fun-loving guy on stage. Do you guys do any little drinking acts on there? Do you shotgun beers on stage or anything like that?
If the timing presents itself right, then absolutely. I mean,
I just want to know if we toss you a beer while you're on stage. I want to know what you're going to do with it. I'm just curious.
I kind of like to enjoy it, especially if it's a nice cold one. I'll take my time because being the singer, you're belching the whole time. I remember doing a thing on Pat McAfee's thing. He's like, play a song. I'm like, dude, I just shotgunned a beer. Like, you gotta give me a second. But my guitar player is pretty much the prom king of our band and the prom king of his high school. And the dude can shotgun a beer.
Ooh,
he's
like
quick.
that.
He's quick. I'm slow, man. I'm more of a pipe bomb.
Me too.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I sent Kalen a video. I think I sent to both you guys, and some lady had a video of these mini Mick Ultras. I was like, that's what I need. I need those little tiny fuckers that I can actually swallow.
Yeah. There's a video we'll show you too of us shotgunning beers last year at a tailgate, and
tough luck for me.
Jack pukes up the whole thing, and we
didn't puke it up. Didn't puke it up, okay? I didn't puke it up. It came out my nose. It came out my nose.
Yeah.
Foam.
So for some reason that we
tend
to keep bringing that video up. I don't know why, but yeah,
I like it.
I don't know who has that.
Waddy for sure.
Yeah. No, I mean it's we're gonna have some fun. I'm so excited. I think the thing that we love most about our tailgate spot too is that there's 25,000 students that walk up the street right by it. So it's gonna be popping, especially once it gets to 6:30, 7 o'clock, right before everyone's on their way to the stadium. So I imagine you might have some interaction with those people too.
I'm probably going to have to play some Olivia Rodrigo just to make this.
Oh, there
you go.
There you go. I didn't honestly totally just blanked on that whole portion of what's going to happen on Saturday, and I think it's going to be people. That place to be packed when they hear you performing live.
Oh man,
I hope they like us. It's always nerve-wracking playing country music, playing your own stuff. But we had fun, man. It's just all about having a good time for us. That's what it's always been about. And ever since I won this Kenny Chesney contest, I was like, you know what? I'm burning my ships. I'm going forward. It's all about the live show. It's all about having a good time, and I can't wait to get up there and party with you.
Well, wait. You got to tell us about that. I didn't know this. I don't know this story.
He's breezed by a few things.
Yes, I agree.
McAfee show. He's got Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
Got Derek Jeter. Next thing's be like, yeah, I was Madonna
me and
I
Jeff
had a thing
Bezos
a while back, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, so I won this Kenny Chesney contest. I got my 15 minutes of fame. I got to get up there and play, and I'll never forget because Leanne Rimes was walking backstage in nothing but a towel. And I just I was in love with her. So no, it was.
Who isn't?
It was that was cool. And then we've had a couple close calls. I mean, we're so close. We had Justin Timberlake. He wanted to sign us to a record deal, so got to hang out with him and be. That guy's probably one of the coolest dudes of could just want an incredible everything he does. He's incredible, kind of like Pat. Anything Pat tries to do,
anything he touches is gold.
He's just great at everything, which is so annoying. but it's just cool. Actually, the Justin thing was one of those things in your life when you're like, man, am I good? Am I good enough? Do I have it? And having a coach or having somebody, you don't really have a coach in music. So having somebody that he's still the biggest star in the world. He's one of the biggest stars in the world, and have him to be sitting next to you on the couch, harmonizing with you and including you and wanting to be a part of what you're doing was the greatest validation that I needed to be you know what? You're on to something.
I think I made it.
Yeah.
How far was that into your career? When that happened, when you were were you kind of just getting started, or was it you're pretty deep in and
It was a few years in. I did the Kenny Chesney thing in 2008. Okay. And I won that, and then I sit around for a little bit going, what in the heck am I going to do? I had no clue. I had no clue about what the music business was like in Nashville. We were just playing Big Ten schools. We were playing frat parties. We were playing so much fun. Jeez. So much fun. But
we got to hit up BK. We got to get him in the barn, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
We'll get you to the frat. You're not too old.
No, heck no, man. No, so it's just so then a couple years. So then in 2014, we were just trying to get it going. I got this big time manager, and I had all these things happening, and we had some offers out there. It just didn't shake out the way that I was hoping for it to. The song just never took off, and then COVID caught me with my pants down. I went completely broke pretty much because we had this big radio campaign going, and then luckily I got a record deal over COVID right at the end of COVID, and then I was about ready to quit. I was honestly I gotta get a real job, and I was I gotta do something.
Thank God you didn't.
Yeah, I'm happy it didn't have to, because I'd get fired in a heartbeat, man. I haven't had a real job since I can't remember. I haven't had a boss in a while.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about you showing up to 9 a.m. to the cubicle, and the vibe does not seem like you.
No, man. No, it would have to be a really cool workplace for me, especially to come in hungover too. So,
and so you do a lot with the Colts still in Indy, right? So you do some pregame shows and things like that, right?
Oh yeah, they're so cool. The Irsay family is one of the coolest families ever. I loved him going after that Washington, whoever they're called, owner. I was like, get him. But no, they're so cool. The Colts organization has been so cool to keep including me and letting us be a part of. This year we got to headline the whole thing to about 15,000 people outside the stadium. So that was pretty rad, but almost as rad as watching the Rolling Stones up there at Ford Field, though. That was really cool. Speaking of which, we got a Ford National Truck commercial out there. If anybody ever hears the Ford truck commercial, that's our song. And Go Get After It. Yeah, it's called Get After It, which we are going to do Saturday as well. But,
all right.
Yes, we are.
I like these subtle plugs.
Yeah. Unless Ford's not sponsoring the show, unless Chevy is, then we're big Chevy people. But
we're good. We're good. No car.
I got a Malibu in the driveway right now. I think I need to get an alignment for, but
we will have the Twisted Tea truck out there. So we'll have the truck. We'll have some Twisted Teas. So they'll be sponsoring it too. I think we're gonna throw back just a couple. I have this feeling that we might put a few down.
And Twisted Tea, I got so drunk on Twisted Tea on Lake Michigan this summer. I mean,
dangerous,
it's like
man.
they just go down like water.
They're so smooth.
Yeah, it's incredible.
See, I can shotgun a Twisted Tea much better than I can shotgun a beer.
Really? Oh,
100%. Like not even a question.
There's probably less carbonation, but more sugar. So it's like, what do you
Great.
Whatever works. Whatever works for you.
Just be all hopped up.
I love it. Yeah, man. It's this weekend's going to be fun. I think, for us, this is for us on our podcast and what we've done, this is a lot has led up to this, and this is a huge day for us. So we're super excited. Like I said, for Soaring Eagle to come in, for Michigan Sports Radio Network and Twisted Tea to come in as well. And we'll be doing a lot of giveaways. I'll probably be having you do. I'm just gonna hey, I got giveaways for you to do and make you do it on the spot. I feel like you can handle that usually, right?
Yeah, well, everybody likes it. Well, unless they're the loser, everybody likes the guy throwing out the free stuff.
You know what I think would be a fun giveaway? We'll pull 5 strips of paper and we'll give them to each you and one of your bandmates. You guys have to write your number on it, and then we just throw them all in a bowl and mix them all up. And then you'll go out there and you'll hand them out. And then one of your bandmates is going to get a text from somebody thinking it's you. I think that could be a fun little game.
That's not a bad game at all. That's a pretty good one. I like that.
That'd be a great time.
I like that one.
And then we'll throw Coach Smith's name in there too, just for fun.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll have one lucky winner there.
We might have to get Coach Smith on the mic as well. I don't. Has he ever gotten on the stage with you?
Oh my God. Yeah, I mean the dude. I mean, you guys know about his world famous karaoke rooms that he creates and everything.
No, you do not.
Yeah, he probably hasn't got it set up yet. So when he gets it set up, he'll definitely have you guys out. He is a connoisseur of karaoke. The dude loves some karaoke. So he said he's going to be busy. A lot of recruits. I think he's got 17 recruits.
Yeah.
In town.
I think he'll land some recruits if he brings them by what we're doing. I think
that's what I said. Get up there and let them know you ain't no stiff, man. Get up there and show them you can sing a little bit, son.
They're young kids. They want to have a good time. They don't.
The whole
Michigan thing is for the parents. The kids want to party.
Yeah. I bet he could do some Old Town Road with him. I bet he's got a little of that. He can throw it down.
All right, let's talk about Nashville because
never been.
It is a great time.
I know.
I mean, it does not get better. Bachelorette Party Central, obviously. I just want to where are you usually playing? What's your vibe when you're playing there? Because I will say it has for sure turned into NASHVEGAS, right? And I think we talked about this on the phone where it's Mr. Brightside goes like crazy, which you might have to sing Mr. Brightside on Saturday because that's Michigan's song. But it's just crazy to me when you go down Broadway on Nashville. It's like every single bar has just the best voice you've ever heard in it, and they may be somebody you've never heard of before.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, when I first moved there, it was kind of a town still. We would I remember me and Cole Swindell, we would go down and sit there on a Wednesday and drink beer and listen to the guy that used to play with Luke Bryan, and there was nobody there. It was just industry people, and we're just pounding beer. And then now tourists would start coming in Thursday, Friday, but now tourists are down there every single day of the week. It's bananas, and it's the most dangerous fun town I've ever been in. It's because I'm not a big club guy. I'm a bar guy, and there's just so much trouble to be had. It's just everybody's fired up, everybody's having a good time, everybody's listening to music, and it ain't just your sad country songs anymore. They're playing everything. You got a club on one floor, and then the next floor you got a thing down here. So it's cool. I don't really play. I never played Broadway too much. Like I got up there and sang after the game. I mean, on Sunday because I'm an idiot. But you just stumble in or whatever. But I never really did the whole cover band thing on Broadway because I hated hustling for tips and having to play 4 hours. And I mean, that's just outrage. That was too much. But we play like once or twice a year. We play like 2 or 3 times a year. CMA Fest usually some bigger shows, more of original type thing. Because you got to really be careful about your image in Nashville too. But yeah, it's so much fun. Do you
have a story? Do you have like you mentioned Cole Swindell? Do you have a fun story? Like, what's your best Nashville story that you ended up with? Somebody out on the town getting in a little too much trouble.
Yeah, let's see. I've had quite a few. One of my Oh, heck, there's just so many. There was one night when I was first into town and still so starstruck by everything. Like Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney were in partying at the Tin Roof on Demumbrian, and everybody just got totally annihilated on that one. I mean, I don't think anybody could stand up. I think everybody's just kind of swaying and walking each other out of the bar.
Following the wind.
Yeah. John Rich punched my buddy in the face from Big and Rich one
What?
time. He got all jacked up and just slugged my friend right in the face. Thank God it wasn't me because I'm not a big fighter. So I'm like, geez, let's get out of here. And one night was really cool. This was a Justin Timberlake story. We were in this club, a private like space, and Justin's Justin's best friend's like, man, why don't you go up there and play? You get the night started, and Justin will kind of come, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I get up on the stage, start playing acoustic guitar, and the next thing I know, Justin is drumming behind me. And then all these the bar just gets slammed. There was no one in the bar. And then all of a sudden the bar is just packed and it's some big UFC fight going on. So then there's like these dudes with cauliflower here. And I'm like, oh, hell, somebody go get their butt beat. It's like, it's getting absolutely out of control. And then everyone's like, they're like, I'll never forget the tweet. I can't remember how it went. I'm a terrible storyteller how I remember it. But the end of it was, man, that was cool as crap. I just wish that lead singer would have let Justin sing a song because Justin never wanted to sing. He just wanted to play the drums the whole time. He didn't want to sing, but they were so mad. They thought I was hogging the mic from Timberlake. I'm like, are you seriously? Okay.
Oh, that's funny. Get this guy out of here. I'm trying to listen to JT.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They didn't want to. I was like, whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, listen.
I mean, you're on stage with Justin Timberlake. Can't really complain, right?
Yeah, I was crushing it, man. They should have been happy. I was killing it. I had a killer set that night.
Play him bringing sexy back.
Yeah. Oh man.
Does JT like go back to the NSYNC days ever? I mean, I've been to multiple JT concerts, which a JT concert is like every single step of the whole 2-hour show or whatever it is choreographed. It's unreal. It's unbelievable. So I mean, if you're ever out there, if you ever have the chance, go see him. But he does bring a couple of the like old stuff back. Does he do that? Have you ever experienced that as well?
Honestly, it was a cool night one time just because I was a fan of it. I mean, I'm a kid. That's what I grew up listening to. It was always on the radio and everywhere. They were everywhere.
Oh, wow.
And so they were all hanging out one night, everybody except the Lance Bass dude. And it was just crazy hearing their stories. And I'm not going to rat it. Like, I can't rat anybody out, but like, they said that they made like Justin Bieber was getting in trouble at the time for all the stuff going down, and you know he's out and partying. They're like, we make Justin Bieber look like a saint. So
right.
But they just didn't have the cell phones back then to get in trouble like he did. So it was cool seeing them to be around. But those guys, so here's the crazy thing: they're always like, man, are they ever going to do like a reunion tour? Those guys can't make any money off that. They don't own that name. They don't own anything of NSYNC. Yeah, because that guy, their manager, I think he's still in jail. He like started all those boy bands.
Fucked them?
Yeah, he started all those boy bands.
Guy?
No. I can't even remember his name. Scooter's a pretty cool dude, but I can't remember. Man, I can't remember that dude's name. But he's terrible. He had like O-Town. He had all those bands, and
I remember
he owned everything. So none of them make a cent if they were to get back together to play.
Lou Pearlman.
That's crazy.
That's it. Yep, that's it. Oh, Lou. He was.
That's tough.
Yeah, those are the contracts that are like not great, but you know.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like those. There's a lot of those things with these big labels now. It's like sometimes they make it tough on you.
Yeah, we'll do an underground concert. Underground, right?
Yeah, it's got to be private thing though. But that was cool. And then Kid Rock one night kept me up to like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was over there actually with Justin's best friend, the guy that's become one of my great friends. His name's Trace Ayala. We were hanging out. Him and Rock and Bob were really tight, and we're hanging out. He's in Nashville. He's got this double wide. It's a double wide trailer wrapped in camo, and I was like, "What's up with the double wide?" He's like, "If I ruin it, like I can just get a new one." And it doesn't appreciate the land value, you know. And so then he's got this redwood deck, and we're all hanging out, drinking a bunch of beer, and I've never seen that much Coors Light in my life. I don't know. I don't know if they just drop it off at his house every day.
I'm imagining this camouflage double wide trailer, and I just can't get the image out of my head. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I can just see him just standing out there being like, fuck it up. I get a new one.
Just bring the next one in, you know. But yeah, it was wild. And then my buddy was leaving to take his wife his wife's mother-in-law was going back to Australia next day, so he was splitting. So I was like, all right, I don't really know anybody. I'm gonna leave too. Bob looked at me. He's like, "Where do you think you're going? You ain't got no mother-in-law to take care of." So he kept me up drinking till like 6 o'clock in the morning. One of the wildest. Wow, I was like, I'm balling with the ball with Kid Rock. It was crazy. That was wild. That was fun.
Those moments. I love it. Oh my god.
I won't ask you what that conversation was like for you, because I'm sure that you probably can't say it recorded anywhere. But that'd be one of the best conversations of your life, right?
It truly was, man. We were down there in the bunker underneath the double wide, and where it all goes, if it all goes south, where you gotta go.
We guys tripping a little bit, like, might get bombed. Might as well go down to the bunker.
He was showing me all these cool videos, and it was really, really cool. He told me I could never tell anybody about it because nobody knew that they were out there. But then I saw it on the internet that like 2 days later. So I'm like, well, somebody got a hold of them. But it was just cool as crap, you know. That was one of those moments. He throws this big fish fry in Nashville and has this big concert. And then he has this after party in this cowboy town at the bottom of this property that he added on to. Looks like an old ghost town, you know, from them Hollywood movies, old cowboy movies. But I remember, again, like somebody's like, man, Clayton, go get the party started. Go start singing like this. Like everybody just being a little too cool, you know, not ready to really step out and do it. So I get up there and I'm singing some John Mellencamp song, Pink Houses, I think, and I got my eyes closed because I'm just letting it rip. And next thing I know, I hear this thing this harmony in my ear, it coming from my left, and I'm like, oh my God, that's the most beautiful harmony ever. I look over, it's a redneck woman, Gretchen Wilson, just going buck wild on the harmony.
Shit.
And we're Yeah, it's getting crazy, and everybody's getting fired up. The place is coming alive. Everybody's getting up there. And then, gosh dang, Bob just sang a 3-hour show. He could have just let me have the moment of fame for myself. No, he just pushed me out of the way, and he sang the second verse on out. I'm like, come on, dude. give me my seconds of stardom right here in front of this crowd. Come on.
Were you trying to like kind of squeeze your way back in? He was like, no, get out of here, get out of here.
Yeah, he's like, I got it. So I laughed so hard at that. It's still like, dude, you just played for 3 hours out there.
Makes for a great story.
Yeah, it's a good time.
I also never knew Kid Rock's name was Bob until now.
Yeah, Bob Ritchie.
God, that makes sense. That just looks right.
I prefer Kid Rock.
Yeah.
That's
Kid
awesome.
Rock sounds more right, I'd say.
Bob Ritchie?
Yeah. He was cool. I'll say this,
He's
man. I'll say this. He takes some stuff, takes some hits online, but I've never met a more real dude. He's a nice guy. Super nice. Treats his people nice. He's a real deal.
Oh, I mean, so now I've got to ask you, because you have all these celebrities you're just bringing up out of the blue. Did you ever meet Ellen DeGeneres?
No, I never did. Never met her.
Well, all right. Well, never mind.
Where did that come from?
Well, she is super nice, in front of the camera, right? And then apparently she's the meanest person in the world behind it.
That was a
so I was expecting him to be like, I was out in New York City, and then Ellen was in the bar next to me, and she sucked.
No, thank God I don't have any of those stories, because I heard I remember that all went down. She wasn't nasty.
What?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I mean, you've got a couple stories. We could probably be here for about 6 more hours, I think, going through stories, but we'll save some for Saturday. And so, hey, man, we are, I've said it 10 times already, but we're so excited to have you coming up on Saturday. It's going to be a blast. For all the people out there, tell them where to follow you, where to go check you out on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff.
Yeah, Clayton Anderson, wherever you search, Google Clayton Anderson, it's me and an astronaut. I'm this guy with the hair. My other buddy, actually, we became friends with the Clayton Anderson, the astronaut, too. But yeah, we're social media, wherever you do your social media, wherever you listen to your music, we're on it. Just search Clayton Anderson, and I appreciate if you like the tune, share them with all your friends, because it's a power. It's really truly. There's so much noise out there right now. It's so reliant on word of mouth. It's like a water cooler moment, It's all about spreading it naturally, and then we're this close
to much more.
Yeah, it really does. And then you're getting real fans, but we're this close. We just need a little
I think, probably playing at our tailgate would be that. If I had to guess, that's gonna,
it's gonna do it. By 90, it's gonna do it. By God,
that's right, baby. For you, this is our nudge. This is what we're hoping. We're getting here.
Yeah. Well, I hope I don't let you. I hope neither one of us lets down.
There you go.
I do also need to say one thing. I was actually talking to Kaylin about this, I think, earlier today. It's funny, Justin. When we do we have a sports guy in here. Justin just wants to talk and just talking nonstop. I'll be yawning and he'll be, we'll be an hour and a half in, and he wants to keep recording. And now at the 30-minute mark, he's like, "Yeah, and we'll let you go." And then I'm sitting here like, "Come on, what are we doing?"
No, it's good.
Entertaining on him. We're leaving after half an hour.
No. I was always. I remember when. Well, it's a different story for another time. But yeah. I think 30 minutes is a great cutoff point. My girlfriend's cooking popcorn anyway. I'm starving. I'm gonna go eat something.
Ooh, okay. If we're holding you up, then yes. Then
No. I appreciate it, boys. I will say I can't wait. Can't wait for Saturday.
Can't wait.
It'll be fun.
Absolutely. Couple details. 3:30 or 3 o'clock on Saturday. 327 East Hoover is where the tailgate's at. So come check it out. We'll have free drinks for the first 2,000 people that come through, and free food for the first 1,000 people that come through. So pretty excited about that. I want to give the shout out to Soaring Eagle Casino and Twisted Tea in the Michigan Sports Radio Network as well. So it's very excited about that. And go follow us at Blue by 90 as well. We appreciate you guys. Go Blue.
Go
Come
Blue.
on with it.
Go Blue.